If you feel the need to explain every boundary, every no, every decision you make, you're probably emotionally exhausted. You don't need everyone's permission to protect your peace. And over explaining is one of the sneakiest ways we abandon ourselves trying to be seen, validated, or understood. Today, we are unpacking what's really underneath this habit, why it shows up for so many of us, especially high achieving women, and how to start reclaiming your voice without sounding like you're writing a dissertation every time you say no. I'm Jay, therapist, coach, and boundary advocate for women who are unlearning the belief that we have to be overly agreeable, overly available, or overly nice in order to be worthy. Let me ask you something. Have you ever said no, but immediately felt the need to explain why, to soften the blow, to make sure the other person didn't think you were rude? Have you ever left a conversation spinning in your head like, ugh, I should have said this instead, or did I sound mean? That's not you just being considerate. That's a survival strategy you learn to stay safe. So let's talk about it. Over explaining is rooted in fear, not clarity. Here's the truth. Most of us who over explain didn't learn that clarity is safe. We learned that conflict was dangerous, that rejection was personal, that saying no made us bad or selfish or cold. Now, as adults, we try to compensate. We stack our boundaries with disclaimers. We say things like, I would, but I just been so busy and I'm just really tired and I feel bad. But when the truth is, I'm not available, period. Over explaining feels like clarity, but it's actually fear in a professional outfit. It's trying to convince someone of our right to choose ourselves. But you don't need to earn your no. You don't need to explain your rest. You don't need to justify your peace. If this is already hitting something in you, I want you to grab my free Boundary Basics checklist. It'll help you get clear on what areas of your life are leaking energy and where your yes might actually mean I'm scared to say no. And if you want ongoing support with this work, I invite you to join the Align and Thrive community. It's a space for women who are practicing boundaries in real life without shame, performance, or perfection. Links are in the description. Now let's keep going. Poor explaining gives people too much access to your decision making. Think about this. Every time you over explain, you open a door that didn't need to be opened. You say, I can't make it because I have a lot going on and I've been feeling kind of tired and what happens? Now the person feels invited to negotiate your needs. They might say, for instance, well, just stop by for a little bit, or you're always tired, or you should have said something earlier. Over explaining invites negotiation. And when your boundaries feel like a suggestion, people treat them like one. You don't owe access to your why. You don't owe transparency to people who don't respect your time. You owe yourself the dignity of standing in your decisions. Sometimes the most loving thing you can say is, that doesn't work for me, and let the silence do the rest. You're allowed to protect your peace without proof. Somewhere along the line, we picked up the belief that in order to protect our peace, we had to prove it was necessary, that we had to perform distress to be allowed to say no, that if we're falling apart, then we should just push through. But here's what I want you to know. You don't have to prove your suffering to earn rest. You don't have to be on the brink of burnout to create boundaries. Protecting your peace isn't selfish, it's sacred. And the more you practice saying less, the more you will begin to feel how powerful clarity actually is. Start small. One short, clean, I'm not available for that. One kind, firm, I'll have to pass. And give yourself permission to not feel the silence. You'll feel the discomfort at first, but eventually that silence becomes your peace talking. So here's my challenge to you. This week, I want you to practice saying less. Just one time. Catch yourself when you feel the urge to over explain and stop. Breathe. Say what you need to say and let it stand. Comment below, where did you catch yourself over explaining the most? At work, with family, in dating? Let's talk about it. You're not alone. Download the Boundary Basics checklist, join the Align and Thrive community, and start honoring your boundaries without a side of guilt. You don't need to prove your worth. You just need to remember it. I'll see you in the next video.